Hello everybody, we have a very important guest today. His name is Loewen.
Hey everybody. Hi Ruby, thanks for having me on your show.
I heard you made a very good book called A Pie Plate Pilgrimage.
Yeah, I'm very excited.
Tell me about it.
Well, A Pie Plate Pilgrimage is the story of a young woman who works for a book publishing company, and she's commissioned to oversee the compilation of a Christian self-help book. But since she doesn't have a faith background of her own, she needs to go out and get more information on the demographics and interview some potential authors. And the whole thing sort of becomes a spiritual journey for her, and the book follows her through that process.
Oh. Why did you make the book?
I find that a lot of times I read two different kinds of books. I read novels and I read theology books. And sometimes I find the novels are a little bit too light and the theology books are sometimes a little bit too heavy. So I thought it would be good to have some kind of book that would have theological information and questions, but written in a narrative story format so that it would be accessible to people who wanted to read those things.
Oh. Does it pass the Bechdel test? The Bechdel test?
Yeah, I would say that it does. The Bechdel test, of course, is applied to books and movies, and it's whether or not there is more than one female character who talks, and they have to talk to each other about something other than the men. And I think I've done a pretty good job. The men and the women are strong, independent characters, and they talked about a lot of other things besides romantic relationships.
Oh. Does it have any funny parts?
Yeah, there aren't a lot of jokes in it, but I think some of the characters are funny, and some of the conversations that they get into can be funny when we read from the outside.
Thanks for being on my show. I hope you very enjoyed.
I did enjoy being on your show. Thanks for having me.